We're counting down the 10 motorcycles that are turning garages into financial disasters. From high-priced sport tours few dare to service to brand new models collecting dust at dealerships. This list exposes the bikes that are collapsing in value faster than owners can sell them. Think your model is safe? Even Harley's $17,000 Pan America is now a dealer's worst nightmare, with some owners losing thousands every month they wait. Each entry in this countdown is destroying owner equity with brutal depreciation, shocking repair bills, or fatal brand missteps. Ready to face the financial reality? Let's start with number 10, where expensive complexity meets a vanishing buyer pool. In the 10th place, Kawasaki's H2SX stands as a $25,000 cautionary tale for anyone chasing horsepower without a plan to sell. The promise is supercharged sport touring, but the reality is a machine too heavy for real touring and too awkward for the track. Owners face supercharger service intervals that routinely top $2,000, with documented cases of electronics and forced induction repairs hitting $4,500 before taxes. One owner stuck with a $9,000 resale offer on a bike still $18,500 deep in loan debt summed it up: there's no exit. Dealers quietly dump unsold H2SX units at auction, often below what's owed on floor plan financing. Median days on market now stretch to 38, nearly double the segment norm. The buyer pool has evaporated while the maintenance bills keep coming. For sellers, every month is a gamble. The longer it sits, the less you'll ever recover. High tech, high risk, and low demand. This is where owner equity goes to die. Number 9, Triumph's bobber black Temps with retro style and a brooding silhouette, but the financial reality is anything but romantic. Warranty claim rates for electrical faults and finish defects run well above the segment average, a fact leaked in dealer meeting notes and whispered among frustrated owners. Insurance premiums routinely outpace rivals thanks to high parts costs and a reputation for claims. UK dealer inventory logs reveal unsold bobber blacks lingering for years, with some 2022 models still on the floor in late 2024, gathering dust and draining dealer cash. Private sale listings tell the same story. After just 2 years, owners struggle to get even 60% of their original investment back, and that's for low mileage, pristine examples. The impractical riding position and tiny tank turn daily use into a chore, while the market's appetite for show bikes with hidden headaches has vanished. For sellers, every month is another markdown. Style fades, but depreciation is relentless. In 8th place, Ducati's Dival 1260 is the textbook definition of a financial time bomb. Insurance companies rate it as a high-risk exotic, driving premiums up to 40% higher than other power cruisers, often topping $2,500 a year for full coverage. That's before a single wrench is turned. Routine service is another gut punch. Major valve checks and Desmo adjustments can run anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500 at metropolitan dealerships, and even basic maintenance brings four-figure invoices. Owners routinely post for sale ads citing insurance shocks and repair quote panic as their reason for bailing out, even when it means taking a loss. Dealers confirm the Dival is among their slowest moving inventory, with some 2022 models still unsold after 52 days or more, nearly double the average for bikes in this price range. The result is a market that has simply walked away. For sellers, every month means another drop in value as buyers disappear and the real cost of ownership becomes impossible to ignore. Number 7, Harley Davidson's Pan America 1250 is the $17,000 adventure bike that turned into a dealer's worst nightmare. The launch promised to rewrite Harley's story, but core buyers never showed up. Within a year, major dealerships across the Midwest and South were sitting on Pan Americas for 8 months or more, racking up floor plan interest charges that ate away profit with every passing week. Internal dealer emails from spring 2024 reveal the tipping point units moved at $6,000 below MSRP just to escape the mounting finance penalties. That's not a one-off. Entire shipments were swapped between dealers at cost, desperate to dodge another month's worth of carrying fees. The financial pain didn't stop at the showroom. Owners who paid full sticker found themselves underwater almost instantly. April 2024 listings showed clean low-mile Pan Americas sitting at $9,000 to $11,000. barely half the original out-the-door price. Private sellers report slow sales, lowball offers, and a market that simply walked away. For every month you hold out, another few $100s evaporate as dealers keep slashing prices on leftover new stock. Brand loyalty couldn't save this model from the math. The Pan America stands as proof. When a legacy brand misreads the market, resale value isn't just soft, it collapses. Number 6, Honda's CB1000R Neo Sports Cafe is where design confusion meets financial disappointment. Promise was a modern naked with retro flair, but the execution left buyers scratching their heads. Styling sits in a no man's land, too angular for classic fans, too plain for Street Fighter loyalists. That ambiguity shows up in the numbers. Since 2021, auction data from Manheim and ADESA tracks the CB1000R, losing value at nearly double the rate of its Japanese naked peers. A 2-year-old example often fetches just $8,900 on the wholesale block, down more than 30% from its $13,000 MSRP. Dealers report new units sitting unsold for 45 to 70 days, with some resorting to $3,000 markdowns just to clear floor space. Early trade-ins are common, as owners realize the market simply isn't interested. Forums are full of posts from sellers who can't justify keeping a bike that no one seems to want. And dealer feedback is blunt. It's neither a true classic nor a compelling modern. The result is a steady slide in resale value and a buyer pool that shrinks by the month. For anyone holding a CB1000R Neo, the financial penalty for waiting is all but guaranteed. Styling confusion has a real measurable cost. Number 5, Kawasaki Z400 RS and Z900 RS models are the textbook case of premium pricing without the heritage to back it up. The launch generated early buzz, but that excitement fizzled fast. In fact, just 33 days is the median time these bikes now spend on the market, a figure that signals buyers are hesitant even at a steep discount. Standard trims, often with less than 3,000 miles, routinely list for $3,000 to $4,000 below original MSRP within the first year. Forums are blunt. Owners complain that the ZRS series looks the part, but lacks the intangible soul that defines a true classic. It's not nostalgia if the only thing retro is the paint. That's why the 50th anniversary edition stands out as the lone exception. It's premium paint and badge hold value, sometimes even fetching a 5 to 10% premium over standard models. Everywhere else, the price slide is relentless. Dealer incentives, factory rebates, and private sellers all chase a shrinking pool of buyers who want more than surface level throwback. For sellers, the warning is clear. Unless your bike wears that anniversary badge, expect to watch your asking price shrink by the week. The market has moved on, and the ZRS series is left searching for an identity and a buyer. Number 4, BMW's R9T is nostalgia with a $4,000 booby trap hidden under the tank. The promise is classic lines and boxer simplicity, but the reality is a proprietary electronics maze that can total the bike with a single failure. Owners out of warranty who see an ABS or ECU warning light face repair quotes that routinely hit $3,000 to $4,000, often more than the bike's retail value after just a few years. Independent shops, even those who specialize in BMWs, are backing away. The required diagnostic tools and software licensing are locked down, and a single misstep bricks the module, turning a repair into a parts write-off. Forum after forum documents owners forced to part out their R9T after a failed ABS module or engine computer because no shop will touch it, and the dealer's bill is a financial death sentence. Some owners try to salvage value by shipping modules to overseas rebuilders, but success is hit or miss and often still demands expensive dealer reprogramming. Even when the bike runs, dealers have been known to offer $3,000 incentives just to clear aging stock, knowing that a single electronics failure can erase any remaining equity. The lesson is brutal. With the R9T, one bad day in the electronics department can turn a $13,000 motorcycle into a pile of unsellable parts. For anyone holding onto this model, the risk isn't theoretical, it's a ticking clock. And the moment a warning light blinks, the market closes its doors. Coming to the top 3, Yamaha's Bolt is the cautionary tale for anyone betting on the budget cruiser market. Launched as a direct sportster rival, the Bolt promised stripped-down style and entry-level accessibility, but reality set in fast. Sluggish performance, heavier curb weight than its rivals, and a mod culture that never materialized. By 2023, Yamaha quietly pulled the plug in the US, leaving leftover inventory to gather dust in dealer showrooms. New bolts in late 2024 and 2025 are advertised at 25 to 40% below original MSRP, with some dealers openly stacking factory rebates on top of their own discounts just to clear floor space. Even so, sales are glacial. Owners trying to sell a 2-year-old bolt face a market that's already priced their bike down to half of what they paid, $8,999 new, $4,500 to $5,000 on a good day, and sometimes less in oversupplied regions. West Coast buyers see a slight premium due to distributor shortages, but everywhere else, the numbers are unforgiving. YouTube is full of why I sold my bolt confessions. Common themes are dull handling, outdated features, and the realization that no one wants to customize a bike the manufacturer has already abandoned. The missing mod scene is a death sentence for a cruiser's value. With Yamaha's exit, the Bolt's resale prospects are locked in a free fall. For sellers, every month means another markdown, and every markdown is another reminder a cruiser with no tribe is just a liability waiting to happen. In second place, Suzuki's Katana Revival is the cautionary tale for anyone seduced by badge nostalgia over real engineering. The 2019 reboot promised to resurrect an icon, but beneath the angular bodywork sits a GSX-S 1000, unchanged engine, same dated electronics, and a chassis that feels a generation behind. Buyers expecting innovation paid a $13,499 MSRP only to discover a recycled platform with little to show for the price premium. Auction hammers tell the story. 2-year-old Katanas now trade hands for $6,200 to $7,200, barely 45% of their original value. Dealer sentiment leaked from internal meetings is blunt. Inventory sits, interest wanes, and every month means another markdown. Owners list lightly used examples for $8,000 and watch as lowball offers roll in, knowing that if they need to sell fast, only the wholesale number matters. Forums echo the frustration, buyers feel overcharged, and secondhand value evaporates the moment the keys change hands. The Katana's tank range and abrupt throttle response only add to the sense of disappointment, but it's the financial math that lands hardest. No meaningful tech upgrade, no loyal following, and no real collector upside. The Katana is the textbook case of paying for a name and getting left holding the bag. For anyone still holding out, the market's verdict is clear. Nostalgia pricing is a trap, and every month you wait is another step down the depreciation curve. If you need out, move fast, because the next buyer is already looking for a bargain, not a legacy. And finally, in first place, Harley Davidson Street 500 and 750 stand as the ultimate financial trap for motorcycle owners. The Street Series was meant to attract new riders and global markets, but the result was a bike that didn't satisfy anyone. Not the loyal Harley crowd, not urban commuters, and not the used market. The numbers are brutal. Auction data from NPA and Mannheim show late model Street 750s routinely selling for just 35 to 45% of their original MSRP after only 2 years. That means a bike purchased for $7,500 in 2021 is now struggling to fetch $3,200 at wholesale, and private sellers face even tougher odds. Multiple dealers facing unsold inventory started refusing new street deliveries as early as 2019, preferring to stock used Sportsters instead. Internal meeting minutes from Harley's own network confirmed the crisis. Entire shipments sat untouched, with some units aging for years before being dumped at auction or marked down to fleet buyers. Owner forums are filled with stories of listings that sat for months, only moving after desperate price cuts or trade-in capitulation. One seller details accepting a $5,000 offer on a $13,000 Street 750 after 2 months of total silence, no calls, no interest, just a cold market. The liquidity crisis is real. Dealers won't take them, buyers won't call, and every month adds another layer of depreciation. For owners, the financial penalty isn't just theoretical. It's a cash drain measured in hundreds of dollars lost every month. The Street's brand identity failure sealed its fate, and the resale numbers confirm it. And if you're still holding a Street 500 or 750, the market's verdict is final. The only way out is to sell fast before the next markdown erases what little value remains. The longer you wait, the steeper the loss. This is the textbook case of a motorcycle that's not just depreciating, it's collapsing, and the exit window is closing by the week. From the supercharged promise of the Kawasaki H2SX to the catastrophic depreciation of the Harley Street 500 and 750, this countdown exposed 10 motorcycles that simply don't hold their value or their audience. The pattern is undeniable. High MSRPs combined with a tiny, confused buyer pool, costly repairs, or brand identity misfires almost guarantee a financial nosedive. Some models, like the Ducati Diavel 1260 and BMW R9T, punish owners with sky-high insurance or electronics bills. Others, such as the Suzuki Katana and Yamaha Bolt, reveal that even nostalgia and respected badges can't save a bike when the underlying platform or community isn't there. At the top of the list, the Harley Street Series stands as a warning: rapid value collapse, dealer refusals, and a brand left behind. Across all 10 entries, the common thread is failed market assumptions, bikes designed for buyers who never showed up. The lesson is clear. In today's market, holding onto the wrong motorcycle can cost you thousands. If your garage matches anything on this list, don't wait and check your resale value and act before it's too late.